On a cold January night in 2010, something inexplicable happened in North Wales. A brilliant mathematician and code breaker employed by one of the most secretive intelligence agencies in the world was found dead inside his own home under bizarre circumstances. His body lay twisted into an unnatural position, surrounded by cryptic notes and mathematical equations scrawled across the walls. The coroner's report would later reveal ligature marks around his neck, suggesting strangulation. But the real mystery wasn't just how he died. It was who or what was responsible. Was it foul play? Suicide? Or could there be another explanation entirely? Hi everyone. You're listening to Thousand Fragments. The moment no one saw, the memory no one kept. I'm bringing it back. Drop a comment below and let me know where you are today. I'm all ears! And let's begin. Our protagonist lived a life shrouded in secrecy. A highly intelligent individual with an affinity for puzzles and patterns, he worked as a cryptanalyst during the day, deciphering complex codes for his government agency. By night, however, he immersed himself in elaborate experiments, testing theories about human consciousness and alternate dimensions. To those who knew him, he seemed like any other young professional, a quiet man living alone in a modest apartment, keeping to himself but occasionally engaging in polite conversation with neighbors. Little did they know that beneath this calm exterior lay a mind consumed by curiosity and obsession. The year was 2010, and the town where he resided was typical of rural Britain: rolling hills, quaint cottages, and a tight-knit community where everyone knew each other by name. Yet within this serene setting, our subject thrived on isolation. He spent countless hours locked away in his room, poring over books on quantum mechanics, cryptography, and psychology. Neighbors rarely saw him, except for brief moments when he ventured out to buy groceries or take evening walks along the nearby coastline. Even then, his demeanor remained distant, almost robotic, as though he existed in two worlds simultaneously. But everything changed on January 2nd, 2010. That morning, police arrived at his door after receiving a call from concerned neighbors who hadn't heard from him in days. What they discovered inside sent shockwaves through both the local community and international intelligence circles. There, sprawled awkwardly on the floor, was the body of a genius whose work had once been critical to national security. At first glance, the scene appeared chaotic: papers scattered everywhere, furniture overturned, and strange symbols drawn in chalk on the walls. But upon closer inspection, investigators realized this chaos was deliberate, part of some larger puzzle left behind by the victim himself. As days passed, details emerged that only deepened the mystery. Surveillance footage showed him entering his building late at night, carrying a bag filled with unknown items. No one else entered or exited the premises during the hours leading up to his death. Autopsy results indicated signs of struggle, yet no defensive wounds were found on his hands. His computer was encrypted beyond recognition, containing files labeled with enigmatic titles such as Project Omega and Dimensional Shift. Despite efforts by top cybersecurity experts, much of its contents remain inaccessible even today. Let's rewind to understand the man behind the mystery. Born into a middle-class family, he excelled academically from an early age, earning scholarships to prestigious universities and eventually landing a job with MI5 due to his unparalleled skills in mathematics and problem-solving. Colleagues described him as eccentric but brilliant, capable of solving problems others deemed impossible. However, outside work, his personal life grew increasingly erratic. Friends reported hearing stories about strange dreams and visions he claimed to experience while working on classified projects. Some suggested these episodes might have stemmed from stress or exhaustion. Others whispered darker possibilities involving espionage or covert operations gone wrong. In the months before his death, he became obsessed with ideas about parallel universes and wormholes. During one particularly heated discussion with a colleague, he reportedly said, "I've seen things no one should ever see." places no one should ever go. These words haunted many afterward, especially since they mirrored discoveries made years later regarding anomalies in his research data. Could his fascination with theoretical physics have led him down dangerous paths? Or was there more to his disappearance than met the eye? Then came the twist. Forensic analysis revealed traces of cyanide in his system, raising suspicions of poisoning. Yet, further investigation uncovered no signs of forced entry or struggle, making suicide seem plausible at least initially. But why would someone so deeply involved in high-stakes intelligence work choose such a dramatic exit? Moreover, why leave behind such intricate clues pointing toward conspiracy rather than closure? Authorities dug deeper, uncovering disturbing evidence linking him to various unsolved cases across Europe. One file contained photographs of unidentified individuals believed to be foreign spies. Another detailed plans for a device capable of disrupting satellite communications. While none of this proved conclusive, it painted a picture of a man torn between loyalty and rebellion, perhaps caught in the crossfire of global espionage games. Public fascination with the case skyrocketed after details leaked online. True crime enthusiasts flocked to forums, debating whether his death represented murder, suicide, or something far stranger. Among them was Brian Carter, a self-taught programmer who applied advanced algorithms to decode patterns hidden within the cryptic messages left at the crime scene. His findings drew widespread attention, suggesting possible ties between our subject and broader criminal networks operating throughout the UK during the same period. Are we looking at isolated incidents or part of something larger? Brian asked during a live Q&A session, drawing nods of agreement from participants. Social media platforms buzzed with theories, ranging from credible analyses to wild speculation. Some argued he had uncovered secrets too dangerous for public knowledge, forcing powerful entities to silence him permanently. Others believed he staged his own demise, leaving behind carefully crafted illusions designed to confuse anyone searching for answers. Meanwhile, psychologists studying behavioral patterns noted recurring themes in his writings: fear, paranoia, and an overwhelming sense of being watched. Was this merely the ramblings of a troubled mind, or hints of truths buried deep within shadows? Fast forward to 2023, and advancements in artificial intelligence offer unprecedented opportunities for analyzing large datasets related to his case. Using machine learning models, researchers sifted through thousands of pages of archived material, flagging patterns previously overlooked by human eyes. Their findings suggest connections between his activities and similar disappearances worldwide, hinting at organized crime or rogue governmental factions. Could he have stumbled upon information threatening national security, triggering his elimination? Or was his fate tied to personal demons haunting him long before that fateful night? One discovery stood out above the rest: a notebook filled with hand-drawn diagrams depicting geometric shapes resembling crop circles. Inside, annotations reference concepts borrowed directly from quantum theory, including mentions of black holes and multiverse theory. Experts struggled to interpret their meaning, though many agreed they pointed toward experimentation with untested scientific principles. Did he truly believe he could unlock doors to alternate realities? Or was this simply the product of mental instability exacerbated by pressure from his demanding career? By now, you might think the story ends here, but it doesn't. In recent years, new developments reignited interest in the case. Forensic genealogy techniques identified relatives linked to DNA profiles discovered near the crime scene, prompting authorities to revisit old leads. Investigators traced these connections back to individuals known to associate with underground organizations specializing in illegal technology trade. Could these groups have played a role in his death? If so, why target someone seemingly disconnected from their operations? Amidst growing intrigue, amateur sleuths joined professional detectives in piecing together fragments of information. Podcasts dedicated to exploring his life and crimes reached millions, sparking debates among listeners eager to solve the riddle themselves. Episodes examining societal factors contributing to his descent into madness resonated strongly with audiences navigating uncertain times. Could such a mind exist today, armed with modern tools and access to classified systems? Host Paul Hayes posed this question rhetorically during the season finale of Time's Unraveling Genius Asterisk, leaving listeners pondering implications long after the episode aired. 2 years later, researchers announced they had decoded messages embedded in artwork created during his final days. Sophisticated image recognition software identified recurring themes tied to specific locations and dates, corresponding to known events in his life. This revelation suggested he may have left deliberate clues intended to taunt authorities even beyond the grave. Was he playing games right up until the end? Emily Carter, a forensic psychologist assigned to analyze his psychological profile, mused aloud during a private meeting with colleagues. Her voice cracked slightly, betraying exhaustion mixed with awe at the complexity of their subject. Atmosphere shifted dramatically as public interest surged once again. Forums buzzed with discussions piecing together timelines and debating theories. Conversations ranged from speculative musings to well-researched arguments supported by hard data. One member, Amanda Grant, gained prominence when she identified similarities between his disappearance and other unsolved cases involving individuals with exceptional intellectual abilities. Her findings prompted renewed scrutiny of potential links between genius minds and clandestine operations. Families affected by similar losses gather annually to honor their loved ones, finding solace in shared memories and unwavering determination. "We won't stop fighting," says Linda Hayes during a memorial service held near North Wales. Her voice cracks with emotion, underscoring the personal stakes involved. And so, the legend persists not merely as a relic of the past, but as a testament to human resilience in the face of incomprehensible evil. And that was another story lost in time. But stay with me, because there's still more waiting in the shadows. What do you think happened to him? Let me know in the comments below. Your thoughts matter, and they shape the stories I share next. So go ahead, type it out, and hit send. I'll see you there.